Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to bring you a video on a option to Navy Federal through you can instead qualify for U.S. Alliance Visa credit card. Now, Navy Federal, you have to have affiliation through either as the military or a contractor. And I did do a video on backdoor options to Navy Fed. But for those who cannot get into Navy Fed and looking for another easier option or credit union, U.S. Alliance Financial is one of those options. You can become a member very easily. Now, if you are new to my channel and you are looking for content where you can learn how to improve your credit score, no matter where you are in your credit journey, and learn how to leverage lines of credit to make income, this is the channel for you. So consider to subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up to this video. So with US Alliance, they actually have a pre-qualification option for your credit cards. Now, with this pre-qualification, it's via a soft pull pre-qualification. Now, if you follow my channel, I try to give you soft pulls because if you are a person who is working on your credit, trying to maintain your credit, but you're looking for credit cards and options to improve your credit, to build credit history, to increase your credit score, you want to not just go around applying for credit, causing hard inquiry pulls, because that decreases your credit score and it also limits your chances, even with good credit, for being approved for financing loans and other things. So I always talk about, I had a client, 740 credit score, but unfortunately he had 11 hard inquiries. And so he could not get approved. If you have that issue, we do have a hard inquiry package at my website you can download for free. That link will be in the description. Now, with US Alliance, this credit union, it really was started with IBM workers, but they did expand for companies to come in as like Express, Pepsi Cola, and other regions. So it started to work with cooperative neighborhoods, especially like in the Manhattan, Connecticut area of West Haven, also Mount Vernon, if you know that's in New York, the Bronx area in New York, and in Massachusetts, certain counties that they have like Essex, Middlesex, Norfolk, and Plymouth, Suffolk, and Westchester counties also. Now they tend to be stationed in the tri-state area, so it also service New Jersey counties of Bergen and Passaic and other regions in New Jersey. But the great part with this credit union, they have options that you can come in by joining other nonprofit organizations. So you can get that list. I called customer service and they assured me that if you do pre-qualify for the card, you will be able to get a membership, or even before that, if you just want to become a member and establish a relationship with this credit union, you can do that before you apply. So I'm going to leave the number to the customer service also in the description if you want to check out and inquire and call them and get clarification. So let's jump into these cards that they have. Now they offer the Alliance Visa Signature, also the Alliance Visa Classic, and the Alliance Visa Secure card. Now, These different cards have different options. Now, let's focus on the Alliance Visa Signature. The Alliance Visa Signature, you can earn 3 points for every dollar on qualifying purchases, plus perks on travel and purchase discounts. Now, they have no current offer on membership team or information coming up for any new promotions for this card, but it has a pretty decent APR of 12.74%, which isn't terrible. Also, they have no annual fees on that card, and you can earn 3 points for every dollar on qualifying purchases. Now, this also, this card offers certain protections such as phone protection, personal identity theft, and personal protection for price protection along with this card. So those are some of the details on that card. And so those other protections is saying that they give you great rates, no annual fees or penalty on the APR, 24-hour fraud protection, and they really track and keep an eye on any suspicious activity. You can get your monthly credit score for free, or you can get alerts. So they give you certain benefits of protections on that card. Now, that's not unusual because most banks will monitor some activity on your credit card, but it's still a good part to have that with the card. Now, they do offer the Visa Alliance Visa Classic card here, and then they have different benefits that they focus in for this card. It's basically, like they said, a simple card, no annual fees, no penalties for APR, and they give you a lower APR than the previous card we talked about. They currently don't have any promotions. So when they're talking about different promotions, sometimes when you apply for a card, they would give you, if you spend a certain amount of money in 90 days, they may give you some cash back or some points, some mileage points, but currently right now, they're not offering any promotions for any of these cards. But the great part for this card, it does have a low APR of 8.47%, which isn't bad. And they also, with that card, they offer you balance transfers. So the balance transfer on this card is one of the lowest, and this is at the same 8.74 APR. It also have no annual fees, but it doesn't have any rewards with this card. It offered cash advances and balance transfers, but unlike the previous cards, if you're a person that likes rewards and gaining points, this card will not offer that. But if you want to take advantage of the low APR to transfer your balances from another credit card that you might have that have a higher interest rate, this could be an option for you. Now, last but not least, they have a Visa secured card. Now, this is help to establish or rebuild your credit. And they don't offer really too much, any promotions or too many rewards when it comes down to a secured card, but it is designed to help you establish credit. Now, the APR on this card is 18%, and it's when you open your account. Now, this APR will vary with the market based on the prime rates. So keep that in mind. And this is more of a credit builder card. You're not going to get many benefits, but it will give you the protections that we went over earlier. But that's pretty much basically normal that you would get with a credit card. But that card is basically for a person to start to improve their credit score. So this is a great option. Like I said, if you couldn't really get into Navy Fed, they allow you to pre-qualify for this card. I'll have that link in the description. I want to break down some really important information that you got to consider with this card. Now, with this card, the great part, unlike Navy Federal with US Alliance, there's no hard inquiry or credit check to join, but they do verify certain information that you want to be aware of, especially if you're applying for these cards. You, with this credit union, want to make sure that you don't have your third party verifications frozen. So that's like LexisNexis. They check through the check system, SageStream, what's another one? Maybe even CoreLogic. If you have those third party CRAs frozen, you might need to unfreeze those, because you can just trigger denial by them not being able to verify who you are. So they definitely use check systems. If you are a person that might have defaulted in the past on a bank account and you have difficulties getting a new bank account, you have an issue through the check system. So this might not be the greatest option for you to try to apply for these cards. Now, if you do apply for that card, make sure you unfreeze your third party accounts. Now, they also pull from Experian for when they are doing the hard pull to verify if you decide to take the card once you pre-qualify. So all those people that's new to the pre-qualification, what pre-qualification or pre-approval, it just shows, do you fit in the credit profile for them that's looking for that product or that credit card? And if you pre-qualify, it does not cause a hard inquiry pull for you to see if you pre-qualify or fit in that profile. So if you don't pre-qualify, you don't try to apply for the card. But it is possible, even if you pre-qualify, that you can still be denied. So you want to make sure, even if you pre-qualify, you got to know if you go through with the application, it will cause a hard inquiry pull. So I want you to keep these factors in mind. You want to make sure that you have limited hard inquiries. So I'm going to say you're pushing it when you're around 7. You're really pushing a lot of hard inquiries. This credit union is looking for more prime credit. So when we're talking about prime credit, to be safe, good credit is starting at a 680, but I'm going to say over a 700 credit score. They really don't like a lot of new accounts. So if you are a person that's been searching for a lot of credit, this might not be the best option for you to pull the trigger, but you can join and start building a relationship with this credit union. Also, you know, you want to make sure, unlike Navy Fed, which sometimes is a real good advantage with credit unions, most credit card companies use a FICO 8 credit score. That's the most common. Navy Fed use a FICO 9. So you have a lot of credit unions that will use a FICO 9, but unfortunately, US Alliance, they do use a FICO 2, which is really a mortgage, an older version of a mortgage type of FICO score. So it can be really, really harder. Like if you take notice, if you go to Experian, if you go to My FICO, they will show you different variations of your score, and you will notice FICO 2, FICO 4, your score tends to be a little bit lower on that scoring model. Other models like FICO 9, which is what Navy Fed use, those are a little better because they don't take account of medical collections. But with FICO 2, you guys, with US Alliance, you don't want to have any collections or charge-offs on your credit report with FICO 2, because it will judge you harder on a FICO 2 scoring model. So you want to make sure if you join, before you pull the trigger, if you have those issues, you begin to work on it before you apply for this card for a hard pull, the hard trigger part. So you can go ahead and pre-qualify to see if you fit into their profile. But if you have some of the things that I mentioned going on with your credit, I would not recommend that you apply for this card right now until you clean those things up to be safe. But this is a great option to build a relationship. If you cannot get into Navy Fed, check them out. I will leave the links in the description of the video. So I hope this is informational, and I hope to see you on the next video.